Hey, Tamara Tamu here, bringing you another episode of Unleashed Alchemy. Thank you for being here. If you are new here, welcome. I see a lot of new subscribers coming on. You are welcome here. This is a space that I wanted to have where people who are really stepping into their sovereignty will have a space where you can come in and talk about your spiritual experiences without people looking at you like you're crazy. Okay, especially this is for you if you are stepping away from, you're elevating beyond religious programming, and you're stepping into who you are as a spiritual master. No religious programming allowed, period. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can integrate right now, 3 tips on how you can alchemize any emotion. So you can look at this video as a follow-up video to the video I did yesterday about how you are leaving power on the table when you resist emotions. We tend to try and escape emotions or try to resist emotions that we label as bad. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there aren't those emotions. We know what those emotions are that are lower frequency. We have those lower frequency moments, but it does not have to be a part of our identity. Okay. And what I said in the video yesterday is that those emotions, they carry an energy. However, we don't need to run away from that energy, because even in that energy that can feel bad, that is part of the raw substance that we can use to alchemize so it can ultimately be for our good and our elevation. Okay? So here's the thing. Here's what you can do to identify with your emotions. We're going to talk about quickly how you can use any emotion to your benefit without labeling the emotion as good or bad. Okay? Number 1, you go toe to toe with your emotions. What do I mean by this? You don't run. You look at the emotion dead on in the eyes. You examine it. You acknowledge it. You speak to it. What does this do? Have you ever had a garment, a piece of clothing, whatever, and you noticed that a thread was loose? And you started to pull, and it's just a little tiny thread. That thread begins to unravel the entire garment. Well, when we go toe to toe with emotions that are unwanted, I'll say, pulling that thread, it starts to unravel that emotion. What does unraveling the emotion do? It gets to the root cause. See, this is a side note, but when we talk about manifestation, I think that people feel as though if they have any type of feeling that is unwanted, that somehow blocks manifestation. That is not the case. And I think there aren't enough manifestation teachers who touch on this. So you have a lot of people running around the earth trying to resist anger. They're resisting frustration. They're resisting hatred even. They're resisting envy. They're resisting jealousy, because they think if they feel that, any of those emotions just for a second, that somehow is bad and that's going to block their manifestation. What will block manifestation is your resistance to those emotions. So when you unravel that emotion, when that emotion starts to unravel, it starts to uncover things, to have things uncovered. Do you not know how powerful that is? When things are revealed to you about what you could be holding on to, whether it's you're holding on to something against yourself, whether you're holding on to something that perhaps someone did to you. Maybe somebody said something wrong that hurt you, or someone did something wrong to you. When you're holding on to that, to have that revealed, now you have the power over it, because now you can do something about it. But if you continue to run from an emotion, that's when it becomes a part of your identity, because you're giving that emotion time to settle within your body and to settle within your nervous system, which is a part of your identity. So that's why when you go toe to toe with an emotion, you stop it in its tracks, because you're letting the emotion know, oh yes, I see you, hatred. I see you, anger. That stops here. You're not landing anywhere in my body to stay. You may feel it in your body. For example, when my true fire energy starts to shake and become a bomb, so to speak, I feel it in my face. My face gets hot. So I feel the emotion. However, I recognize it so that it doesn't land in my face first and then land somewhere else in my body and become a part of my identity. It stays as an emotion. However, I can still use that energy to my benefit so that it doesn't hurt me. Okay? So first, you have to go toe to toe with whatever emotion is there. Pull the thread, allow it to unravel, to reveal to you the root cause. When you know the root cause, that'll give you the space to say, okay, I know where this came from. I know where this emotion comes from. I know why the emotion is there. That's the first step. Number 2, I just touched on this. Number 2, you identify where in your body you felt the emotion. Doing this keeps an unwanted emotion from settling in your nervous system. So now we've got number 1, go toe to toe with it, speak to it. Number 2, identify where it's at in your body. Okay, where you felt it the most. This is where you really get into your witchiness and your power, whatever you want to call it. Okay. This is where you can use the power that you are as a vessel of healing. You can identify that, put hands on yourself and speak to the emotion. Whatever words land with you, you can essentially speak to that emotion and tell that emotion either where to go or what you want that emotion to do for you. Okay? You can also do that, not with just laying hands on the part in your body where you felt the emotion. You can get a glass of water. If you've been listening to my channel for a while, we underestimate our connection with water. And it's so interesting to me because we are mostly water. You can get a glass of water and you can charge the water with your words. You can speak into the water that this anger that I'm feeling does not have precedence over my life or over my body. This anger that I'm staring at, I take power over it. I identify the root cause and I can do something about it with love and intention and integrity. This anger is not here to destroy me. It is here to show me how powerful I truly am. You can speak those words into a water and drink it, and your cells in your body will adjust to what you said with that glass of water. See, we don't realize how powerful we are. After this video, though, you will. Okay? If you don't now, you will. All right? In about 2 minutes, if not already. Okay, so the last step that you can do is get quiet. get quiet. You have guides. You have ultimate connection. Whether you want to call it the universe, your spirit team, spirit squad, all of us have the ultimate connection with our ancient ancestors. Some of them don't look like us. That's where we get tripped up, but that's another video for another day. Anyway, we have the ultimate connection with the cosmos. And when we get quiet, only because we have the emotion has been unraveled, things have been revealed to us that we can now use to our benefit. Now receiving direction, now connecting with our intuition, now having our intuition activated so that we can take the next right steps that are aligned with our soul's destiny. It becomes easier. Why? Because your hearing and receiving ability isn't muddled by your resistance to an emotion that you don't want. You see how resistance does not help us? Resistance doesn't offer any type of clarity. Resistance offers suffering is what happens. So I'm going to repeat those 3 steps. Number 1, go toe to toe with the emotion. Number 2, identify where the emotion is in your body. Number 3, get quiet so that you can receive. Because now your vessel is at the optimal level to receive what it is that you need to receive, whether that is your next action step. And yeah, that's it. Whether it's going to reveal to you your next action step, and you can apply your next action step for every single part of your life. All right. So I leave you with those 3 tips. There's so many ways that I can elaborate on this topic. And I have touched on it in different videos, in different ways. So go back through some of my videos. But if you would like for me to elaborate more, or perhaps even hold a class on this, I will do that, because a lot of what we talk about with emotions that are unwanted, a lot of that has to do with knowing how to use chaotic energy as well to our benefit. So maybe I'll do an entire class on that. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in that. In the meantime, don't forget to go to my website, unleashedalchemy.com. There are several ways that you can work with me. I do one-on-one 75-minute sessions where by the end of that session, you will leave with tips, okay, and action steps that you can integrate into your life, where you can experience even more spiritual elevation. And listen, when I say spiritual elevation, that also means seeing elevation in your physical life as well. The two are connected. I offer a 12-session package, okay, where we work over time, and you are given steps again that you'll take away after each video session. And by the way, my one-on-one and 12-session package, those are video appointments. I do not do phone appointments. I do video. It's very important that we see each other face to face, okay? Also, the next way that you can work with me is through my monthly Unleashed Alchemy Magic School. It's a membership, okay, where you automatically now you have access to over, I believe there's 16 hours worth of content that you can take your time and go through as you elevate in your spirituality, as you integrate your magic into your everyday life, even through the most mundane tasks, okay? And I also have books, ebooks. I've got 5 ebooks that I've written that are also powerful tools that you can use, where you will again find more tips that you can use on your spiritual odyssey. Okay, so until next time, cheers.